Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Weasel and today we're playing Lifeless Planet, a game developed by Stage 2, successfully kickstarted and released about a month ago on Steam, and I finally got around to playing the game. And I'm just gonna give you, I guess, a quick review or my thoughts, my 2 cents on the game, since I recently played through it, and I just want to share my thoughts, what I liked and didn't like about the game as I play along the first few minutes of the game to give you an idea about the look. So we just crashed on it, what it seems like, on this landing site, and I'm just gonna approach this glowing thing and opens up my log. So our initial assumption that we crash landed is true, and we also are missing our crew, what it seems like. Not sure how we made it out, but yeah, this is our log, which pretty much deals as our storytelling device or backstory telling device. Most of the story will happen in a few cutscenes, and I guess with dialogue that you will hear from our astronaut, which you're gonna hear soon. But we're just gonna follow the footsteps, not trying to find our crewmates. And there's an oxygen leak, so we kind of have to find oxygen on a uninhabited planet. We got sent to this planet assuming that there would be life, luscious life, and this is pretty much the game. We're going to figure out what happened on this planet, and I'm gonna start with some of the negative points that I encountered during the game, and then we're gonna jump to the positives, because I want to end on a positive note. Because even if I'm gonna rant about the game itself is, I'd say, an interesting one.
It will take 15 years.
That's right. We'll be traveling so fast, our spacecraft will arrive at the planet before the transmission of this interview does. But it's still such a long trip. We'll be put into a sort of coma.
So these are some sort of flashbacks, some, like, things from the past that our astronaut buddy here remembers, and it gives you a little bit of backstory about him. The pacing in the beginning is really good. It's super interesting. It keeps you interested, and is one of the biggest reasons I kept playing it through the whole game, which amounts to, I'd say, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how fast you go. It can take longer if you really take your time. So this is, like, I'd say, one of our first puzzles. We have to reach that ledge, and we can push items like this rock over. This happens from time to time in the game. We have to, like, make a way or something like that. And from, like, the difficulty of puzzles, this is pretty much the difficulty you will encounter in this game. But for the most part, it's not about puzzling. It's mostly about exploring and seeing new landscapes in this game, I'd say. They're pretty easy, pretty straightforward. And same goes with the action elements, which we're gonna encounter soon, one of them. They're also pretty straightforward. I'd say you mostly gonna do walking, platforming. And this is, I'd say, one of the first weird encounters we have in this game. It's kind of odd. The crash landing, that's all normal, but what is this? It's a glowing bat in the middle of nowhere, and it's an hallucination. And this happens. This is one of the few rare action elements that happen during the game where you have to actually evade something. But it's not very difficult, but it changes the pace. It's actually interesting to see. And as I mentioned earlier, the pace in the beginning is really great. It's really well done. It keeps you playing, it keeps you engaged.
What is going on here?
Yes, what is going on here? Good question. This doesn't seem like a planet without life. This seems like I've been kind of late to the party. There are houses and power lines. It looks abandoned. What is going on here? Because we were sent here assuming we are the first here. Nope, we're not. We're not. Yes, how is this possible? This place, this is a little, like, town, I'd say, or colony.
The trackway will lead me to my crew.
Yeah, let's hope that. There's some blood, and we're just gonna keep following that to this tower over here. This really builds up the whole, like, story for the game, what you're seeing right now, and the pacing is really fantastic in the beginning. I will not be able to show you the pacing later on in the game. You kind of just have to take it for granted when I tell you. It gets a little bit slow. It actually gets very slow for quite some time. I wish it would have kept going like this in the beginning.
There you are. Are you okay? Oh man, this is messed up. Okay, you're gonna be all right now. Just hang in there, buddy. We'll figure this out together, all right? Whoa!
our body just got sucked into the ground, which is kinda weird, I gotta say. So now I'm low on oxygen and I have to find an oxygen supply before I pass out. Let's hope there are some oxygen tanks in this town. And who would have thought, over there we find our oxygen supply. Items in the game that you need are placed so conveniently that it kinda makes the world a little bit unbelievable. So one of the things that really adds to the atmosphere is the sound and music design of this game. It really adds to the atmosphere, which can be described as creepy sometimes. Definitely, I wouldn't go as far as saying scary. This game is definitely creepy at points, especially in the beginning where the pacing is really good and things are happening. But in the end, it's just, you know, it's nice when music plays. It doesn't play all the time. It comes at certain intervals, and these are like places that I would have loved to see more in the game. Things like these are great, you know. Russian music playing and this abandoned facility with these giant rooms, it definitely adds to the atmosphere. But this is only in the beginning, I cannot stress this enough. And I cannot show you 3 hours of gameplay to make my point, but luckily these things are making it interesting enough to keep you going for a while, and the bits of information are paced out okay, I say. I just wish I had to walk less in this game. There's dynamite just laying around, which is really handy because we're just gonna need it a few meters from here to blow open up a gate. And this is my second biggest gripe, which is the convenient placement of puzzle items, I'd say. Which, you know, takes away the credibility and the believability of this place. So if I have to give a quick summary about the game, I would say that the environment and the gameplay gets repetitive after the first half hour, and that the pacing gets definitely slow. It feels like gameplay has been just, you know, added by making huge environments and just making the player walk from A to B. The strong points are the atmosphere and the barren lands that you encounter, and the few, you know, buildings and cutscenes that you encounter during the game. I'm just gonna leave you with this little cutscene.
Не следуй за мной.
Which pretty much goes to show that this game has a few strong moments that keep you going and keep you interested, and that the music is really, really good. I would even go as far as say that the soundtrack is one of the strongest points in this game as well, along with the voice acting. That just, I wish was more happening more frequently. So if you're able to grab this game on a sale for, I don't know, let's say $5 to $10, I would say go for it. Plan out a nice evening and just play through it in like 2 to 3 hours and just experience the story of our little astronaut and this planet. So thank you very much for watching this little review of Lifeless Planet. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'm Weasel, I'm out, and I hope to see you around. Bye bye!